First of all, I love this franchise, and I love this. This is a great follow-up, because I thought to myself, how are they going to follow up the first one? And then you do it, and I love it. It's great.
Thank you.
But the first question I have is, the first movie has, it's obviously horror, blends comedy, and a bit of sci-fi. It's more about destiny, and this one has more sci-fi elements in it, and still the comedy. Why the direction to move towards the sci-fi in this one?
I did not want to make the same movie twice. And that was sort of goal number one. I was very inspired by Back to the Future. And in fact, if people pay close attention, there is a giant Back to the Future poster in Carter's dorm room right behind the bed she wakes up in every single time, and it was in the first movie too. So that Easter egg was always kind of planted. But I just thought it was a cool way to answer the question of, you know, why this was happening to her, but it also allowed, it was a device that allowed me to really expand on her character and explore some new stuff. And also, it's a really crazy movie because we get to be in the same exact day for a very specific reason, and yet have a completely different experience. And it was something that I thought felt really fresh. And it's sort of the ultimate companion piece to the first movie.
Oh, it really is. Tree dies 11 times in the first film.
Yeah.
How many times does she die in this one? What's the total death count? And what's your favorite death?
God, I don't even know if I did a death count in my head on this one. I know
Really?
she's got, yeah, I know, this is terrible.
My God.
Well, I'm not that morbid now.
I know, right.
Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think she dies 8 times. I'm just guessing off the top of my head right now. I had written many, many more. I did. I know I had some ridiculous.
That's why we have to make another one.
I had some that I wrote.
Please.
There were a couple that I wrote, and I turned them in, and people came back and said, no, you can't do that yet. But
Which one was your favorite?
Of the ones that are in the movie? I mean, I love, and it's in the trailer, I love her falling off the building. Because it's unexpected and it's accidental.
Sure.
So there was a certain kind of humor to it. I also think that it's one of the best falls I think that we've seen in a movie in a long time. It was done completely practically, and our stunt crew was amazing, and so I thought it just looks badass. So that's probably my favorite, but there's a few other ones that are pretty funny.
I definitely like the where the branches.
Oh, the wood chipper.
The wood chipper. Yeah.
Oh, the wood chipper one's great. For sure. So I have a question. If I don't want to spoil anything, but Tree is faced with a tough decision, whether to stay in an alternate reality or go back to her own. What would you guys do in that situation if you were in those shoes?
Ooh, It's a good question. What would you do?
I would stay. I mean, that's the lesson. That's the whole theme of the movie, which is even if there are things in your life that you regret or things that have hurt you, like it's still your life. Like you have to take ownership of it, and so you can't live in a fantasy version of your life because it's not you.
I was gonna say I would stay in that alternate reality.
I would go to the fantasy version. If I could take my family, I'd go to the fantasy version. Just try something new for a while.
But I do agree, and it is pretty heart-wrenching. Like when he tells her,
Yeah.
Great film, guys. I can't.
Thanks so much.
And hopefully we get a third one.
We hope so.
I hope so.
We hope so.
People have to go see this one.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
go
that's
see
not
it. We'll
happening.
make another one.